So one of the big winners of the night was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's love letter to Hollywood gone by. Brad Pitt won for Best Supporting Actor, among other things. I think that was quite expected. It was always a glamorous film that was going to appeal to the Golden Globe voters. Surprise for me was 1917, the Sam Mendes film, which picked up 2 Golden Globes. And I do think that that's a film that perhaps won due to pleasing a lot of the crowd. Perhaps other people were divided between Marriage Story and Joker for Best Drama Picture and settled for that one. It'll be really interesting to see how that fares at the Oscars with that in mind. Disappointments for me, I love the film Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which was up for the Best Foreign Language Film. It's a beautiful French drama, a period drama about a lesbian love story. However, The Parasite that won in that category is an extraordinary film, so it was a really, really tough category. Some people are surprised about the fact that Jennifer Lopez didn't win Best Supporting Actress for the film Hustlers. She's been working the awards circuit very thoroughly and she really had a knockout performance in that. But she was beaten by Laura Dern for Marriage Story, and Laura Dern really does put in a tremendous performance, which I think puts her in pole position for an Oscar. It's interesting when it comes to the streaming services because Netflix was certainly in the lead when it comes to nominations with films like Marriage Story and The Irishman. But when it actually played out, Netflix only went home with 2 awards, including one for Marriage Story for Laura Dern. So I think it is very interesting that The Irishman in particular went home empty-handed and a real surprise. So I'm not sure whether this reflects on streaming or just those particular films, but we'll find out more as award season progresses. Phoebe WallerBridge, of course, triumphed with another award for Fleabag, which was well-deserved, I think. It really is a wonderful triumph of a series. Now, I think she is very likely to do well in Hollywood, and what's exciting is that she's kind of flying the feminist flag, really. She's been brought in to revamp the James Bond script from a very female perspective, and this is the sort of thing we celebrate on my podcast, Girls on Film, which is all female voices talking about cinema, so I can't wait to see what she does. I wasn't particularly surprised that there was lots of political messaging in the Golden Globes because, quite frankly, Hollywood actors always love the chance to bring a cause up to the platform, and why not? So they feel passionately about things. It's a very extravagant ceremony, so it's nice for people to be seen to be supporting something sincere and worthwhile. Joaquin Phoenix took the opportunity to compliment on the fact that they were having a plant-based menu for the first time ever and how good that was for the environment, and that was an interesting stand. And we also saw Michelle Williams talking about women's right to choose, and also Olivia Colman talking about women's rights. So yeah, once again, a political ceremony. Ricky Gervais was always going to be controversial and divide the room, and I think that's exactly why they hire him. He's cheeky, he's naughty, he goes that little one step too far. I think his Judi Dench joke didn't go down so well with some people because she's kind of cinematic royalty, isn't she? But, ultimately, that's what people go for. They want a bit of a laugh, something to wake them up.